we're just gonna get started. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. We are down here, girl. I had my hood up, and I wanted to keep my hood up, but I didn't know if y'all was ready for my hood up antics. It's not really cold, but I just like it the way it looks with my hood up. But I was like gonna leave it down. But anyway, so what's going on, y'all? We are down here, girl. We got our mic check timer on. I just wanted to make a video. I know it's Saturday. I normally don't do videos on Saturday. If you get a video on a Saturday, it's because it was something from before, a clip or something like that. But so I came down here, got my coffee, got my refill. I was like, let me make another video because last night. Hold on before we start. So we're down here. I came down here because I wanted to talk about Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore. I wanted to talk about Kenya Moore and her. I don't know if it was a teaser. It was a teaser. She put out a notice. I don't know. That was a teaser. We've had two teasers. She was supposed to come out on the 15th of April with a live. We thought it was going to be live, and she was going to take questions and answer them. And then it changed, to she was gonna go to her YouTube channel, subscribe, ask the questions. So I guess people sent in questions or what have you, and then she went to she was posting the day she was supposed to come out. She came out with a little trailer. That was the one where y'all saw my tweet in there, and then she had another one yesterday that was supposed to come out at 8. Remember, Friday night at 8. Please don't be too late. Folks were on time, seated, ready. I actually wasn't, because I kind of forgot, because I forgot it was going to be East Coast time, and I was going to premiere my content for the day. And then I was on the phone with Nate, and he was like, Diva, don't do that, because Kenya is supposed to be, doing her video at 5, because mine would have rolled into 5 o'clock, because it was like 4. I think it was like 4. It was about to be, I kind of do videos around 4:20. Speaking of 4:20, yeah. So he was like, "Don't do that, because Kenya," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So that's why I didn't premiere my video until 5:30 hit. I was okay. It was like 5:15, which is 8:15. I was like, "Okay, no Kenya," and then 5:30 hit, and I was like, "No Kenya." And then she had taken all her videos down, and so the only video that was up was the short. And then after I was done with my first video, I didn't know until the second video was over, because I assumed she wasn't going to post anything or anything like that. I was like, okay, here we go again, Kenya girl. But it'd be them air signs. I'm telling you, I'll be like, you can't. From an Aquarius, they lose everything, and girl, forget about it, girl. Just so it's no excuses, because people were waiting, and I don't think that was cool. Like, my first reaction, and I tweeted, I said, I don't know, that was weird, and I was done with it. So it was like a little trailer. Here, let's play it. Let's play it. I was like, Kenya, what the fuck? Girl, what? What was this? What am I do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? She said, make it enough. What am I supposed to do with this? That's what Kenya said, to make it enough. Kenya said, make it enough. I said, oh, hold on, let's go to it.
She was yelling and screaming, and it was then that I heard her say the following words. That's why I keep a for like you. You didn't hear it. I heard it. It didn't make the edit. We're 3 weeks into filming, and this girl we don't know is threatening to unalive me. Live interview.
Can I tell y'all how I hate the word unalive? I hate it. Can we kill the word unalive? Can we can we put it down? Can we terminate it? Can we delete it? Can we send it to the grave? Girl, There are so many words for the words that y'all created a new word for.
Where Andy asked her, did she have a and she said, oh no, I didn't have a well, I have proof otherwise. Investigated that night, everyone went home. But weeks later, you want to say, oh, we had an investigation and found that you weren't in violation of the policy. Hey, did you have a headache? No. Okay, investigation closed. Any place that it will put people in danger and say you have a gun, do not be committing a crime. That's not a crime. That's not against policy. I'm just asking the question. That happened on Beverly Hills. You think she would be in jail or punished or out of a job? You think if she had said that to Kyle or Teresa Giudice or any other housewife on any other show, you think she would still have a job? I'm just asking the question. And you may end up having to delete this, but I'm going to say it. You tell me if it's too hard, but where I'm from, that's why the decision was made. Leave me alone. That person likely will leave you alone. And they certainly wouldn't be going around playing victim. They would just go on about their business and find another target. That's that. You want the truth? That's the truth.
So it looks like it's a long video, and she is answering questions, and she just gave us some clips of what you about to. This is a little teaser. This is a build up. But if I were Kenya Moore, I would advise her, don't put out anything with any dates. Just put coming soon, girl. Don't put any dates on it. Because the girls, let me tell you something. They're the girls who are here for Kenya, the girls who can take her or leave her, and the girls who cannot stand her. And the girls who cannot stand her, if you don't come out with the thing, they're going to be on you. This is what it is. This is what we got. I mean, I thought it was weird because I was like, first of all, it wasn't out at 5 o'clock. That's number one. Number two, it was only a minute and 50 seconds. And I was like, that was weird. But then I'm like, okay, well, it's a teaser, but don't come out with, I would advise you not to come out with anything anymore with a date on it because, no. And then, so it looks like so it says in the description, hold on, it says in the description, um, it says, you asked, she answered, and then she went back for more. We had to run it back and address a few new developments, but trust the teaser is just of what's to come. The full video is on its way and even juicier than we expected. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and get ready. Kenya's not holding anything back anymore. MOOR. So she's not holding back anymore, okay? Oh, was that holding back the nudes? Were the nudes holding back? Can you say it? Can you say that's just the baby ammo, honey? She said, I'm coming out with the big guns. I really don't understand why. Okay, well, maybe Kenya should not have had. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You can't tell her what kind of response to have because I'm like, first of all the people who are like, okay, you don't respond to if you were really scared, if you were really afraid, you would not have responded with showing her nudes. And then I think we forget that there are those when people feel like they need to go into survival mode, they're either going to fight or flight or fawn or freeze. And Kenya she fights. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to stop looking at when people come at you with threats, aggression, violence, intimidation. Some people don't run away. Some people are like, come on, bitch, let's go. You understand what I'm saying? And too bad her consequence was her losing her job and it happening at her open and her deciding to have it at her opening, which I still think was a poor idea, even though when you go back and watch the scene, it's a mess, but it was a poor idea. And I also wish she would have just stayed on the being a fraud, right? Because it's nothing really shameful to me about being a sex worker or cam girl or whatever. But you know, it's explicit images, and so And then also the narrative that was attached to it, that it was RP, and it's not, right? Because if she commit, let me tell you something. If she literally committed a crime, don't you think they'd be down there? Kenya would be arrested if she broke the law. She would be arrested. There would be a warrant. There would be charges. Yeah, they don't play about RP, especially if it was a minor girl. If she was a minor, and then adding that to the story, trying to make it more salacious, and it's just not sticking. It's just not sticking. So we'll see what Kenya has to say. It wasn't very much. I was like, what am I gonna do with this? It wasn't very much, but it was a teaser, and I would suggest don't come out with anything else with a date on it. And then also, I said it in my other video. I think it would be a great little movie, little 90-minute movie. This whole story, very popular reality show cast, and all the players, all the people, the archetypes. They could come with all the archetypes, um, and have it like that, and then really have like a stand, like give a little backstory of this person, looking at pictures of the main character, right? Looking at pictures, being a little obsessive in the mirror, looking like trying to look like her. And so and so then you could see that whole thing, and I think it would be a great little movie. I do. I think it'll be a great little 90-minute movie. Um right, you don't have to make it like a series or nothing, just a little movie to like, and go to Tubi with it. Tubi all black, some, you understand what I'm saying? And make a movie out of it. Same way she did Life Twirls On, I would do the same thing. If all these other women take like Candy, she took the dungeon and flipped it, right? You tried to tarnish my shit, and I'm gonna make some money off that shit. And you're not gonna see a dime off of you and your little trout mouth heathen friend. Well, I heard that you wanted to. Girl, shut up. You just made that up. Girl, did you just make that up? Candy's whole reputation. That's why I don't understand why she's cool with Portia, but her entire reputation could have been tarnished based on that lie. And she turned it around and flipped it. She took a lemon and made it into lemonade, and then sold the lemonade, girl. And then sold the lemonade. So I don't see why Kenya can't do the same thing. I would make this into a little movie. Sure would. Get some actors, and it can even be like a thriller. I was gonna say like a little campy, kind of like almost like how ridiculous it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think a thriller would be better. Like a stand, like you had Swarm with the stands. And I think it was just talking about stands in general, not just the Beehive. I think it was talking about the Navy, the Barbs, the Lambs. They're pretty cool. They don't really cause a ruckus, honey. They over there being skinny, girl. They're over there being skinny. But what are the Swifties? They don't do they a little, yeah, they're a little weird. They're a little weird. So everybody's fan base, they got a great little fan base. And then you have the ones that are in the fan base, like Yolanda Saldivere, who loves Selena so much she shot her and killed her. She didn't unalive her. She killed her. Girl. So if I were Kenya, I would make it into a little movie, sell it to Tubi. Drew Zadora can play in it. She'll play herself. That would be funny for Drew to pop up when the camera pans over and it's actually Drew with the same line. I would take that entire scene from the brunch table, from the piece and how she acted afterward. I would take that whole shit and recreate it and make a little movie out of it. Hmm. Seriously. The same thing she did with the Life Twirls On. She was trying to make it a pilot. What she should have done was make it a little movie instead of trying to make it a television show. Just make it a movie. Do that, Kenya. So that's all I have to say. Let's read some of these comments on her YouTube channel. So we should go to bed, or will it be up tonight? I'm holding honey. Somebody, I guess her moderator said, sleep tight for now, but you never know when the receipts will drop. All Bravo is going to do is compile a collage of things you did to others over the years. You threatened Phaedra in front of everyone, and she was pregnant. You actually showed a weapon and insinuated using it on Phaedra. This kind of stuff is weird. This is so weird because you're literally saying if somebody tries to victimize you, you should not fight back. And if you do fight back, we're going to remind you of all the things you've done in the past to other people to justify the violence against you. So when Britt does that to another person who is not Kenya Moore, because she's been excused and uplifted and patted on the back for it, what will be the excuse? You gonna go dig into that person's fucking background and say, oh, this is why you deserved to be threatened with a firearm. And then when Kenya showed her gun on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was after she was threatened by Phaedra. So once again, y'all focus on the reaction and not the action. And I think that's because we literally live, and I think it's part of being a patriarchy is you blame the victim. Blame every time, find a reason to blame the victim. And if the victim responds, you're going to say, well, then you're no longer a victim because you responded. You should have been victimized. You should have rolled over and you should have died. That's what you should have done. You should not have said, oh, bitch, you want to threaten me? I'm going to show a gun in your mouth. I'm going to show a gun in your mouth. She should have showed the gun in her mouth when at another event. And I'm with Cynthia. I agree. It could, girl, we were going to, where'd they go? Cynthia said it. We were going to 2 other places. Girl, you could have did this when it was just us. And it was somebody else who said something that was so funny that they would have plastered up some pictures in another room and then those pictures that she had, the insurance fraud hoe and all that stuff, and had them in another room and have a cameraman in there and be like, Britt, let me talk to you. Yeah, thank you for the apology, girl. And put the flowers over there. Let me holler at you for a second. And take her and walk her into the room and be like, look at the wall, bitch. Look at your wall of fame, bitch. Okay? So keep talking shit about me, and I will tell everybody to come in here and see my new dryer bowls. My new curlers in here. Come and look at my new curlers. Come and look at my new wash bowls. Yeah, keep fucking with me, and I'm gonna guide everybody into this room. But if you stop fucking with me, I'm gonna keep this door locked. Just know I can open the door at any time. It needed to be more thought out. We know it wasn't thought out because it happened at her event, so we knew that was like, Kenya, what the hell? No, girl, absolutely not. That was crazy. You could have got her. Even Cynthia was like, girl, you could have got her some other way. And Cynthia didn't even say anything like, oh my God, the image is blah, blah, blah. I mean, at the time, she was like, don't nobody want to see that girl sucking nobody's dick. Well, she wanted to threaten me with a gun. I'm going to show a gun in her mouth. I'm going to show a pistol in her mouth. Girl. Anyways, girl, I got to go. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the little tweet, the teaser. Do you think Kenya should make this into a little 90-minute Tubi type movie? I do. I really do. I think she should. She talking about she getting back into her producer bag. Get back into your producer bag for real. I know it might not be you know, I don't know, because she spent a lot of money on this salon. So, to make a production, it does take some money, but girl, I would do it. I would make a little movie. Drew would be in. I would cast Drew in it. hmm Get some old ratchet nasally. Oh, and then you'd have to make the girl sound nasally, or not give her a nasal issue. You have to give her another issue because it would have to be something, but something just as obnoxious. I'll help you. Call me, girl. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Kenya's teaser and what you think about the things. I don't even want to read the comments because it's just going to be people in the comments talking about things that don't even make sense, girl. You talking about stuff that don't even make sense. Anyways, peace.